want to, but we used it mainly just for testing. Alright, so we'll start off just by loading a simple program. We wrote a program that consists of about 10 instructions. We have about 10 pieces of data, words of data in the actual machine. And what it's going to do is basically pull words from from core storage, and it's going to add, multiply, and just manipulate that data, just for a short period of time, just so you can get a sort of feeling of how it works. Just notice the instruction counter down here, the instructions, and the accumulator. Unfortunately, like Jonathan said earlier, we weren't able to get the MQ and the storage hooked up in hardware, but their actual values will be represented on the GUI in case you're curious. Okay, so we want to load a program. One of the methods is just through drum. So we have a nice little button here that we press, and it's loading the program through drum. Press it, and then it loads the first instruction. The first instruction's in the instruction register. Now this is only bits S through 17 of the instruction register. So it's basically just the instruction part and the tag bits and possibly a decrement part. It doesn't show the actual address. To actually execute the instruction, all we need to do is press our single step button, which will execute the instructions one at a time. As you see, the instruction counter goes up by 1. Our instruction changes to an instruction, and the accumulator now has a value of 1, which was pulled from core storage via the address that was listed in the previous instruction. We can just repeat this several more times, and just to see each instruction as it adds, pulls words, or multiplies. As such, just keep adding instructions. We can also key in a word, an instruction, which is really interesting. I mean, if you've ever been running a program and you just want to say, well, I don't want it to do that, I want it to do this next. In this case, you can. Let me just